What if you just want more calls in your business? What if you don't have time for somebody to click on your ad, then go to your website, then submit a lead, and then you email them, and then they don't reply, and then you try calling them, but they're not picking up the phone, and then you're just stuck? What if you want to do away with all of that mess and you just want the phone in your business to ring? Well, my friend, that's exactly what call-only ads are for. And the best thing about these ads is they get you talking to clients straight away. You get calls from people who are really interested in your products and services, and you don't need a great website. In fact, you don't even need to link your website in the ad. When they click on it, it'll go straight to calling you. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how these call-only ads work, how to set them up, and I'll also explain why some guy on Reddit lost $1,500 on these call-only ads. Let's get into the video. Let me show you what these ads look like, and then I'll show you how to set them up. The first thing that you need to know is when you go to Google and you search for a traditional ad. So for example, if I search for plumber, you'll notice that I get this ad, and basically when I click on the ad, it'll go to their webpage. So when I click on this ad, when I click on this ad, notice it goes to their website. Now with these call-only ads, what happens is you're going to do the same thing. Your ad's going to look exactly the same, but when they click on the ad, it's actually just going to go to calling them. So when somebody clicks on here, it'll go straight to the phone app on their mobile device, or it might go to the phone app on their laptop. All right, so how exactly do you set one up? So I'm in my Google Ads campaign right now. I'm going to click on New Campaign. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want leads. And then I'm going to leave my conversion goals the same. We'll change that later. And you'll see over here, it's giving me an option of all these types of ads, but there's no call only ad. So how do you access it? You're going to click on search ads, and you're going to click, instead of website visits, this is what you'd normally click, and you'd normally have that type of ad that I just showed you. What you're going to do instead is you're going to click on phone calls. And what this is going to allow you to do is put in a cell phone number over here, and then you are going to get an option to create the ad. Now, the best thing about this is when you go through and create the ad as normal, you'll see there's a section where you can just exclude your final URL and you can just make them call the number. And what this is going to do is it'll allow you to basically get somebody to call you whenever they click on the ad. Now, there's a couple of best practices that we need to talk about as well. The first one is you need to make sure that the ad is actually showing in a specific location. That way, you're not going to get calls from people who are completely out of the area that your business serves. The second thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your ads are running during business hours. You don't want to get a call from somebody who wants to discuss a multi-million-dollar contract, but discuss it at midnight while you're in your pajamas and while you're half asleep. That's not good. So make sure that the times that you have for the ad to run are the times when you're going to be easily available and readily available, or your team is going to be available to actually answer the phone. And I know it's confusing when you're setting up Google Ads, knowing which settings to pick. And that's exactly why I made my Google Ads setup cheat sheet. You can get it at the link in the description below. There's going to be screenshots showing you all of the right settings to pick for your ads. And these will work for search ads, but they'll also work for call only ads as well. So link is in the description below. So I'm in Reddit right now, and I want to show you a couple of things that you're always going to see when people are complaining about call-only ads. So this guy is a real estate attorney, and he basically said he spent $1,500 per month. He only got 4 to 5 calls, but none of them actually became a client. And that's a lot of money to spend to get calls that don't become clients, right? The second type of thing you're going to see often is this. So for example, this guy says he's not sure if this is a GV or Google Ads issue, but he checked his ads data and people have been clicking on his ad hundreds of times, but his phone never rang and he doesn't see the calls on his call log. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is that if you decide to run Google call only campaigns, make sure you're an experienced Google Ads user, or maybe an intermediate Google Ads user. I don't recommend running these types of campaigns if you're brand new to Google Ads. Reason being, they're kind of hard to control. And they're also pretty expensive. Your average call-only ad click is going to be 3 to 4 times more expensive than your normal search ad. So maybe you're better off just starting off with search ads. Now, you might be thinking, Devon, that's fine. I'm willing to pay that much if my phone is going to ring. But that brings me to the other problem with call-only ads. Sometimes people think when they click on your ad that it's going to go to a website and it ends up calling you, and they end up freaking out and they end up dropping the call. And that's why that second guy on Reddit was getting so many people clicking on his ads, but no actual calls, is because people were just dropping calls all day long because they were expecting to go to a website. So you want to bear that in mind. Now, that's the bad news. The good news is that there are 2 strategies that work really well for call-only ads if you want to give them a go in your business. The first one is to just separate your call-only ads from your normal search ads. So have a normal search ad, then make a call-only ad, and then compare your cost per lead to both, and cost per lead on both. And then whichever one has the cheapest cost per lead, that's your main ad that you run. Right? So the second strategy that you can use is just to add a call extension to your existing search ad. This means you're going to get calls to your business, but you're not going to have to pay those nasty call-only ad prices. So how you do that is you first find the search ad that you want to add the call extension to. Then you go to Assets. And then you're going to click on this blue circle over here, click on call. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to add a little call asset extension at the bottom of your ad. So if I select this one over here, notice that the ad now has this little call icon. And when they click it, it'll go directly to your business phone. But it's not going to cost you as much as a call-only ad. Now, I've got plenty of these types of strategies to share with you, and I usually have so much to say that I can't fit it all in a YouTube video. So if you want more advice on this, book a call with me below this video, or what you can do is join our Google Ads community. It's pretty cool, and basically entrepreneurs from all over the world sit on a call with me, and we basically just discuss Google Ads. They show me their ad campaigns, they show me their accounts, and I tell them where they're going wrong and where they are making good moves. So if that's interesting to you, it's linked down below. All right, so you know every single thing that you need to know about call-only ads. But did you know that just changing one line in your ad can lead to much higher quality leads? That's exactly what I made this video for. And it's over here. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.